Welcome back to the Button Press, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. I think this is episode 10. And things are just looking awful. Things are looking worse and worse for our boy Daniel. As a little refresher, all of the things that we've had to deal with so far. Yeah, let me just go through this door here. So, Daniel has taken some... Oh, shit. Oh, let me run first. Oh, wait. This is not the time to give you an update. Oh, this is tense. Oh, do I keep running? I keep running. You haven't gotten me yet. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, jeez. I made it. Felt himself hoisted out of the ocean, the lacquered hull of Hortensia glued it in, and is this another dream? Something about Portugal. Man, that's an intense beginning to an episode. Well, how about that, how about I breathe first? Everything sounds wonderful over here. Jeez. That's a great thing about a blind run here, eh? I have no idea what's about to happen. Start talking about one thing, and then just the whole world just opens up and tries to eat me. Recap. I'm apparently Daniel of Mayfair. That door is apparently where I need to go next. I have taken some amnesia juice. We don't know why yet. That's a great question. We have no idea why he took the amnesia juice. I'm presuming that he had a pretty good reason. But after having taken that juice, he kept reminding himself, and us, the viewers, that we need to kill Alexander, his boy, down here somewhere far beyond the refinery, below the very stones of Brennenburg. That's how he said it. Let me just take a moment to admire this really terrible fountain. See, you know, speaking as a guy who has been friends with people who have done things for other people, some artist was commissioned to make this. You'd think he would alert the authorities. Some guy, you know, like, let's say you sign a contract. The contract says, would you please make me the most horrible thing that you can imagine, and while you're at it, make it a fountain. I would probably tell the folks over at the police depot. I would tell them, this guy wants something really awful. I mean, he's offering me money, but maybe you should have a look. That's how I feel about this. So we came from the center there. Yes. Now, there's blood. Early in the game, we were following blood. Perhaps we're doing that a second time. We have since gone to find the... Okay, no, wait. This is more important.
Have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Well, yes. Throughout each of the things that we've been doing to get this far, we are still piecing together Daniel's relationship with Mr. Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. We have really no idea yet why Daniel wants us to kill Alexander. Yeah, I didn't figure. What you got for me, mementos? find a way to get that thing going. Great. Yeah, we still have a chemistry pot full of... no, wait. We have the chemistry pot. We must still need it. It doesn't have the acid that we needed to get through that weird funk sort of growth. And we still have this hollow needle that we needed in order to unlock a door in that super dangerous spot with the water demon, I'm guessing. Just gonna call him the water demon. I don't have a better name. Machine room. That seems automatically like what we ought to be doing, but I do feel like exploring a bit more. Up these stairs, as an example. Yeah, we have no idea what the relationship between Daniel and the other guy is, Alexander. We don't know why he's trying to kill him. It seemed in all of the flashbacks that Daniel and Alexander seem to be working together. So it's hard to... I don't know. It's hard to imagine that that a relationship could have so quickly soured that Daniel would suddenly decide, well, the obvious course of action is that Alexander must be murdered, and by me. On top of that, if you're gonna kill some guy, you know, it seems to me like you would do it and then take the amnesia, whatever. Of course. That was a rolling in the eyes right there. Anyway, so let's see. Find the key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Yes. So we're going to have to go either to the study or to... let's just go through this first door. Screw it. Who needs a thought process here? He tried to fit the pieces together, but like the sand dunes, they shifted when you weren't quite looking at it right. Yeah, I think if I were to murder someone... Hey, check the class in here. I would have taken the amnesia stuff afterwards, and then, I mean, I wouldn't know better. I would deny everything. I would deny any involvement. And, okay. Okay. Got you. Thank you. Ooh. Alright. Now, we are progressing through this game at a pretty decent rate, I think. And that is causing me to guess that we're going to run into more monsters, more scary. That it's only going to become more intense as we go. And something that I hadn't considered, at least not audibly here while commentating, does making more sound prompt a monster to show up? I mean, everything so far has gotten me to assume that the monster is, that the location that a monster will show up at is kind of scripted. It seems that way. But is there something that I can do to kind of invoke the monster to show up, you know? And, ooh, hey, cool, a window that... nope, a window that actually opens up onto something. See, that is a little bit curious. I feel like I went down and... Well, yes, I did go down, and then there was that giant staircase that I forgot about completely. Great. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb to my most trusted student and friend Johann Weyer. I'm guessing that's a Weyer. Most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I'm telling you about it. I finally found one of the orbs that I've been looking for the past 20-odd years. It's as inexplicable as Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was, as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with an unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Washed while rich. That's a little bit better. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artifact paradox captured within stone. I was staying at a nearby village called Allstadt. Sorry, Allstadt. Investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. What artifacts? As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts, and I fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. That sounds kind of like what we've been experiencing so far. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them, but they kept fishing. When I heard them cry in pain, their cry of pain echoing through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief thinking I would be spared. Who's writing this? Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black as with leaves of cinder. The ground covered in murky water. It's getting worse. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. All of this sounds very familiar. I did that at least twice over in, I think, episode 1. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but until this day I fear its return. Did I read that right? The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Yep. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It had been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Allstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Agrippa's a familiar name. Seems like I got some paperwork that he had been involved in. Wait, wasn't he a historian? I'm feeling he's got something to do with history. Notes, local folklore. Anyway, I'll check up on that between episodes. We are sitting on a good spot, I think, after that long ass note. Thank you for joining me this far, folks. This has been not the most eventful of episodes. I guess I should apologize, but I can't tell what's going to happen. Well, there was that beginning. Anyhow, thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next episode.